Hey friends, Kenji back for some more drafting here on Magic Online. Welcome my Card Kingdom family, thanks for tuning in. We got ourselves some Phyrexia, all will be one finally. Some new set, feels good. Let's just jump right into our pack where we've opened a Staff of Completion. I've actually never seen this card. Destroy target permanent you own, pay 2 life, add 1 mana of any color, pay 3 life, proliferate, pay 4 life, draw a card, and 5 mana to untap it. I can see that being strong, but it's a little bit awkward. I'm not sure this is actually worth taking. Let's go through some of the commons and uncommons that really catch my eye before we time out here. Slaughter Singer, this has been an amazing toxic creature. So the poison mechanic is back in this format, and it is a doozy. I think I'm going to take that here. We have some of the best green commons in the Vorak. 3/3 for 3 that either draws a land or proliferates. But yeah, not too much time. I'm going to take the Singer, pick one, pack one. And see if we can do a sweet little green-white toxic deck maybe, because this card does some work. We're getting past a Vindictive Flamestoker. Lots of text on all these cards, so we're going to have to go through quickly. 1 mana, 1/2. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put an oil counter on it. And then you can sacrifice it and discard your hand and draw 4 cards. For 7 mana, but it costs 1 colorless less for each oil counter on the Stoker. So not a bad one. Other good cards, we have the Mere Convert, just a fantastic toxic creature that ramps and fixes. Flensing Raptor, nice aggressive white toxic creature. Hexcold Slash for some removal. I kind of like just jumping immediately into the green-white plan and kind of locking it up. Let's take the Flensing Raptor here, second pick after taking the Slaughter Singer and seeing if we can do some good green-white toxic nonsense. Getting past one of the better white commons in the format, the Planner Disruption. This is just 2 mana Arrest. Literally. So, enchant artifact, creature, or planeswalker, so you can actually enchant some other permanents as well, but yeah, it's a pretty nice one. We're passing an Apostle of Invasion, 6 mana 4/4 flyer that has double strike. New keyword, Corrupted. If your opponent has 3 or more poison counters, corrupted cards will get an extra ability. So oftentimes in this format, you're trying to just get to 3 poison on your opponent, and then you can unlock some good abilities like the Invasion here. You can also, there's like a Sinew Dancer. It's a 1 mana 1/1 that can tap a creature for a single white if you have corrupted. I'll show it if we see it, but it's a really weird format. I'm not sure how it's going to pan out over the coming weeks, if it's going to go down and be solved super quickly, or if this is a format that's going to have a lot of replay value like Kamigawa did. Duelist of Deep Faith, another fantastic toxic creature. It's a 2 mana 2/2 with Toxic 1, but it has first strike as long as it's your turn. So if you are going to go for the aggro toxic strategy, this is one of the best creatures that you could have for the white decks. It's just really hard to block early. And white has a lot of good combat tricks, so does green. So if we end up in green-white toxic, which I am leaning towards, of course, then this is going to be a very, very nice start. And yeah, so even though we have Apostle of Invasion here, I don't think that's the game plan. At least from my experience so far, I probably have like 20 drafts under my belt now. It's just better to take the 2 drops and the 3 drops, and another Flensing Raptor here looks absolutely perfect. I mean, I think that the 2 drops are more important, but I think it's more of a sign to take the Flensing Raptor here. Mandible Justiciar, that does not look particularly good. I could still be open. Red-White is another good archetype in this format. Red-White is the archetype of the equipment. There's this new mechanic called 4 Mirrodin. You can see it here on this card. That when you play the equipment, it auto-equips to a 2/2. So you get a 2/2 in addition to the equipment being attached to it. Do have a Vanish into Eternity here. This is an okay removal spell. It's a little bit dirtly, but I think it's been pretty solid overall. If you're going to target a creature, it costs 6. If you target a non-creature, it costs 3. As we get another Flensing Raptor here. Okay, so if nothing else, the white toxic aggressive deck is super open. Nice little Basilica Shepherd here if we wanted to. Ooh, but we also have a Bilious Skull Dweller, and this one has been another really impressive one for me. I mean, 1/1 toxic, Death Touch for 1. It just starts getting the poison on your opponent really, really quickly. But I guess the Basilica Shepherd is also quite good. 5 mana 3/3 flyer makes 2 mites. A lot of cards make mites in the format, and the mites are 1/1 toxic creatures that cannot block. This is close, I think. I'm going to take the uncommon over the common, though. And now we get like a Whispers of the Dross, potentially. Okay. Basilica Skull Bomb is also a really nice one in this style of deck. The Skull Bombs are a full cycle. There's one of each color. The white one, it might not read very good, but man, when you're doing this poison strategy, it's actually quite solid. I don't think you need to take it super early. I'd rather take the Whispers here. Necrogen Communion. This is also another okay card. Toxic abilities do stack. So, for instance, if I put the Communion on a Toxic 1 flyer like the Raptor, it will effectively have Toxic 3. Prologue to Phyrexia, also really solid for the blue Proliferate decks. It just immediately gives your opponent a poison counter, and then you get to draw a card. I guess the Prologue's actually a better card in general, but we'll see. Here's some more of the Mirrodin cards. Some more 4 Mirrodin cards, although I think we want the roots here. Okay, there's another one of those Spell Bombs. Although, Viva Surgeon's Insight also really good. 5 mana, draw 3, Proliferate. Heck, I can see as being any combination of white X Toxic, given this start. I don't think we need to take the Skull Bomb that early. I mean, I've seen quite a few of them go around, and I probably wouldn't want to run more than 1 or 2 of them anyways. But yeah, so white Toxic with either blue for Proliferate and whatnot, black for extra Toxic and Proliferate, or green for extra. Great start. I don't know. In this format, it really feels like you need to get on the board early, so getting good 2-drops is really important, or good 1-drops if you can. We opened a Ovika Enigma Goliath. That's a fun one. It's obviously pretty far from where we are, though. We opened a Jawbone Duelist. That's probably going to be my choice. 1/1 double strike Toxic 1 for 2 mana. Looks really nice. Rib Skiff's okay. It has Toxic 2. It's psych, or it cantrips when it ETBs, but haven't been super fond of that card. Some more black removal and Proliferate Toxic abilities. We just go with the Jawbone Duelist here, though. Into either like a Contagious Vorak is good. Like I said, this is either a 3/3 draw a land for 3 or a 3/3 Proliferate for 3. Both solid. Could also just take a Duelist to Deep Faith. I mean, we didn't see much green in pack 1, and we know we're playing white, so just another 2 mana Toxic creature is kind of nice. Hexgold Slash, one of the better red removal spells as well. I am happy to take the Duelist. I am going to want to pick up some number of combat tricks. There are a few really, really good ones. I think the number one, if we're going to be heavy white, is, I don't remember what it's called, but it's a white and 1, so 2 mana total. Your creature, target creature rather, gets +2/+2, and then if that creature has Toxic, you get to draw a card. So in a deck like this, that is the ideal combat trick. All right, into our next pick. So this is the one for the equipment deck. Not the right one for us. We have another Planar Disruption here. Good. Some more removals, always great. Here's the Black Spell Bomb. That's a recover effect. Pretty nice. The Voidwing Hybrid, one of the better 2-drops in the format. I think we just take the Planar, though. Go heavy, heavy white. And if we get past something good that we might want, sure, we'll take it. What's in this pack? We have a Chittering Skitterling. This is a nice one. Especially good with any of the toxic creatures that make mites or whatever. 3 mana 1/4 that if you have the Corrupted ability, you can just sack an artifact or creature, draw cards. Always good. Mesmerizing Dose is a removal spell with Proliferate. That is solid. Stinging Hive Master, another decent toxic creature. Offer of Immortality, good trick. Volt Charge, if we really wanted to. 3 damage any target plus Proliferate is good. I mean, I think the Slaughter Singer is the best of our non-white, or rather our other color cards, but We haven't really seen much green. I guess I'll just take the Skitterling because double blue on the Mesmerizing Dose is a little bit awkward. Another nice 2-drop here, the Bladed Ambassador. It doesn't have any poison or toxic synergies. It's just a really good 2-drop. 2 mana, 3/1, enters with an oil counter, and then you can remove an oil counter to give it indestructible until end of turn. So a good early beater versus another Whispers of the Dross. I think we'll go with the 2-drop. More 2s, more better. What is this? Monumental Facade. Enters with 2 oil counters. You can tap, remove an oil counter, put an oil counter on target artifact or creature you control. Probably not what we want. It doesn't actually look like there's anything in this pack here for us, though. Not even any of those blue cards, so I guess we'll take it. Ah, Atmosphere Surgeon's another really solid one. When I first read this card, I thought it could only give itself flying, but no, this gives all your, or rather it can give all your other creatures flying as well. That's good with any of our low to the ground toxic creatures if we don't want to just take Vraska's Fall. I think that's probably right to do. So yeah, still super open. We know we're playing white. Wow. Another Planar Disruption. Here's another Skull Bomb. Here's another Basilica Shepherd. Do I need 3 Planar Disruptions? I mean, we probably could. Heck, we could even take the Seachrome Coast for fixing if we wanted. I don't think the Iker Split Golem is any good. Or Basilisk. It's like okay. Guess here I'll take the Shepherd now this time. Okay, Whispers of the Dross on the wheel. Another Communion. There's Offer Immortality. Don't think this is a pump effect we want, right? No. There's the Black Skull Bomb. Okay. Another Offer. Another Whisper. I don't know if we want 3 Whispers of the Dross, but it is a decent card. Target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn, proliferate. There are a lot of 1 toughness creatures, so you'd be surprised at how good Whispers of the Dross can actually be, but is it what we want in this deck? I'm not quite sure. Alright, and then some last few pickups that don't matter. So, does this mean we're playing white-black Toxic? No. Still looks like we could be playing any color. Because, yeah, we have just really good base white start, and then, like, if I open another Slaughter Singer, I'll probably end up taking it. We open an Atraxa. You know, this is technically the 4 colors I've taken, but I don't think we can take this here. 7/7 Flying Vigilance, Death Touch, Lifelink, draw some cards. Obviously that card's insane if you can cast it, but here we have like another Jawbone Duelist. We do have one of the best removal spells in the format, if not the best, Anoint with Affliction. There's that Complete Devotion card. This is the one I was talking about that draws a card. Another Flensing Raptor here as well. It's pretty hard to pass Anoint with Affliction. It's good early, it's good late. I guess I'm probably leaning in towards the white-black then. Or maybe I'm just supposed to take the Duelist since we have so much removal already. Plus, like, we have 3 Flensing Raptors right now, so Duelist into Raptor's a thing. Actually, yeah, let's do that. Let's just keep taking the white cards. Okay, no white card we really want here, although Incisor Glider is not awful. There's another Vorak. There's a Nimraiser Paladin. 5 mana, 4/4 Toxic 2 that returns a creature with power, or sorry, value 3 or less from your graveyard to your hand. That's probably going to be the choice with all these Flensing Raptors we have. What is this? Malcator Purity Overseer. When it enters the battlefield, you make a 3/3 Phyrexian Golem artifact. At the beginning of your end step, if there are 3 more artifacts in your control. Huh. How have I never seen this? Phyrexian Elephant? What? That card's very good. But it's not for us. Is this card good? Infested Flesh Cutter. 2 mana to play, 3 mana to equip. Whenever a equipped creature attacks, you make a 1/1 Might. I'm going to give that a shot. It's really good with all of our first strikers and double strikers. Nice, 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 nice. One of the better white removal spells, the Ossification. 2 mana, enchant a basic land you control, and you just exile a planeswalker or creature your opponent has. Yeah, this deck looks really good. Okay, more good green, but we have like a Stinging Hive Master here. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'm supposed to be playing green, if I'm supposed to be playing blue, if I'm supposed to be playing black. Like, the Hive Master's filler. The Vorak's a lot better than it, I feel like. But if we only have Slaughter Singer, is it even that good? Maybe not. I'm guessing I'm supposed to just take the Toxic Creature. Oh, there's another decent Toxic Creature. And another good one, Venser the Corpse Puppet. Another Golem creator. But 2 mana, 1/1 Toxic with flying. Kind of nice. Alright, last few pickups here. Probably not going to matter, it looks like. Let's cut the blue. Let's cut these green. Maybe run 2 of the Whispers of the Dross and then just go 16 lands. Dune Mover, another 2-drop Toxic Creature that can filter some draws. Doesn't seem garbage. Is that better than Vanish into Eternity when I have this much other removal? It might be. Oh, nice. We wield the Complete Devotion too. That's excellent. If I'm just splashing black, though, it's kind of awkward to run this, right? Vraska's Falls, okay. Like, am I better off cutting the 1-drop and just running 9 or 10 planes and then splashing some black? I guess we can probably go 9-7 in favor of white, and then still play the 1-drop without too much concern. Oh yeah, I guess we really don't want to play Vraska's Fall when we have the double planar disruptions. It just doesn't work very well. Yeah, this looks like a really, really good black-white Toxic deck. We only have, what, 2 or 3 non-toxic creatures. Yeah, it's just these 3 creatures that don't have Toxic. Otherwise, all of these other creatures have Toxic. Okay, I dig it. Let's go, baby. So the dream is always just to go 2-drop into Flensing Raptor. Because when Flensing Raptor enters the battlefield, another target you control with Toxic gets +1/+1 and gains flying. So, like, turn 2 Duelist, turn 3 Flensing Raptor, hit him for 4 plus double poison. Go from there. This deck looks crazy good. Crazy, crazy good. We don't have much of a sideboard, but we have a few cards that we could use if we really needed to. Maybe Vanish into Eternity is an okay sideboard card. All right, add 9/7. And let's go to round 1. Good stuff. All right, here we are for round 1 of this Phyrexia All-Will-Be-1 draft. We've lost the die roll, and we have a really weird hand. Somehow I don't have any of my toxic creatures. I have 2 of my 3 non-toxic creatures, but I don't see how you ever mulligan this. This is just a very weird hand, though. Mirror match already? Boo. Oh, and they have a 1/1 double strike toxic, so I'm just going to go ahead and disrupt that. We have like 15 toxic creatures in the deck. Oh my gosh, they have the Hive. That card is also absurd. Two mana Toxic Bitter Blossom. Like, this is going to be miserable to try to beat that. We're going to have to bring in our, what's it called? Vanish into Eternity. Beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life and you make a 1/1 colorless Might with Toxic 1, and this creature can't block. And then if they get the Corrupted, their creatures with Toxic have lifelink. So it's so hard to race it with non-toxic means. And again, this is, like, I don't know how, but we've drawn none of our toxic creatures until just there. Pretty darn annoying. Straight up mirror match we got here. I mean, they're stuck on 2 lands, but I feel like I can't win. Jeez. Yeah, this is just straight up crazy mirror match. I mean, we're going to get 3 toxic next turn, so... Sadly, this does not deal with enchantments. I guess I have to ossification one of their siphoners. Oh, brutal, brutal, brutal. Okay, they go to 11. I wonder if they just attack with these mites to get more poison on me. They might. They might. Ha 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 ha. He says as he died. Nope. Okay, just with the siphoner. So that puts me to 2 poison. Maybe they have a removal spell here instead. Annihilating Glare, my Skitterling. Alright. So be it. That was a really solid draw, actually. So the nice thing is here, unless they proliferate, they don't actually get to gain life with those creatures next turn. So we hit them for 7 here. They're going to go down to 4. And then they're going to go to 3 from the Hive trigger. The mites don't block, so... we might have got lucky that they got pretty mana screwed. Wow, we did. Their deck looks very good, but the opponent simply just got extremely mana screwed. Sometimes you need to get lucky. So let's bring in the Vanish for sure. They showed us multiple 1/1 flyers, so a second or a third Whisper seems good. I think here we're going to cut the Grindy Skull Bomb card. And maybe the 1/1 for 1's not very good. Or actually, maybe we don't need Offer Immortality versus them. That seems fine as well. Okay, come on. Very decent hand if one of these is a white source, but we'll have to mulligan down to 6. Are you kidding? Come on, dude. We have 9/7 in favor of white, and we get 2 openers with Swamp Swamp. I guess I'll keep this one. Because if we draw a white source, we're in great shape. Just have to decide which one of these I want to lose. I guess I'll keep the indestructible creature. Alright, got a few turns to find a white source. Well, that is unfortunate, but we did find the plains, thankfully. Okay. So they can get 2 toxic, or rather 2 poison on me right now if they want to, yeah. Gross. And the Hive Master, alright. We'll just pass here. Now we can hold up the Indestructible from the Ambassador. We haven't seen any of our Flensing Raptors, have we? Alright, what you got? Huh. Alright, I guess I'm going to make the block and give it Indestructible. Maybe they have the -1/-1. No, if they had -1/-1, they would have already just used it. Maybe they have a different destroy effect. Oh, or maybe they just wanted to get the counter off. I am happy with that play. What? What is that? Why? That's very strange that they did it like that. Okay. All right, let's turn around and poison them, I guess. I'll trade my Ambassador off now that it's gone, or the oil counter on it's gone. Sure. I expect them to have like +2/+2 and whatnot, but I'm okay with this. Yep, they did have one of those devotions. But they kept their ground creature and not their flyer. There's their hive. Alright, let's just vanish the hive. And they only have 1 card in their hand. I think I'm happy to race the Toxic now. Norn's Wellspring. Whenever a creature you control dies, scry 1, put an oil counter, remove 2 oil counters, draw a card. Whatever. Just going to attack with the first striker since they don't have a good block, and then we'll play the Paladin and get back our Flensing Raptor. This is kind of a showcase of the format, really. It's super fast. A lot of times you're starting at effectively 10 life because of the poison. I don't know. Don't know how to feel about it. I will say our draw has been pretty good this game, though, and our opponent, even though they have some good cards, looks like they're on the back foot quite a bit. Drivnod, 5 mana, 8/3. If a creature dying causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. So like this. They can pay 4 life or some combination of black and Phyrexian mana to exile 3 creatures from their graveyard and put an indestructible counter on Drivnod. No big deal for us. Let's play the Raptor. Let's give our Toxic 2 creature flying. So they go to 6 life and 7 poison. All right, and we win. So, yay us. We're 1-0. Let's go to round 2. Off to round number 2 here of this All Will Be One draft. When the die roll will be on the play. That is a 0 creature hand. Alrighty then. Mulligan down to 6. That looks a little bit better. I think I'm going to lose the Offer Immortality here and keep the Whisper of the Dross. Although I could see keeping either of them with the Jawbone Duelist. I don't plan on using Whispers on anything turn 1, but I guess I still should have let off on Swamp. Okay. Come on, Flensing Raptor. Is this another mirror match? It totally is. Ugh. Well, I can't really block since that thing has first strike when they're attacking, so... Sad. Nothing to proliferate here. Oh, maybe they're splashing for the Singer. As they have their own Flensing Raptor. All right, we'll take that trade, and then we'll play the Skull Bomb and get it back. Not bad. This is far too many lands already, though. And they have the Rib Skiff. 4/4 Toxic 2 vehicle. Oh my gosh. This is really unfortunate. We're at 7 lands now. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, touche. They get back their Flensing Raptor here. Yeah, so now they get to be the one that attacks us and puts us on the pressure. We need some more action. Blocking in this format is also really freaking miserable. But it is what it is. So they can give their Paladin +1/+1 in flying, hit me to 4 toxic, 11 life. Uh-oh. Or they're going to go a little bit slower and play the Basilica Shepherd. Sure. This one itself doesn't have toxic, but it does make those double mites. Doesn't trample, right? No. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5. Can hit him for 5 toxic next turn, but I guess I'm supposed to trade. This will still leave us with another might as well. And we want to block the creature that doesn't necessitate being crude, I guess. Sure, and they have a Skull Dweller follow-up. Alright, well, let's attack with our might since it's not blocking anyways. No, I'm okay with a trade. I think trading is good there for them because they have 2 poison currently, so that stops it from turning on Corrupt of my other creatures. Yeah, we started drawing some spells. That was good. Sad that we didn't get value off of the Nimraiser Paladin, but it is what it is. Yep, so I will attempt to trade there. Or I will take 5 damage and 2 toxic, so I go to 7 plus 6 poison. Oh, right, we knew they had that in their hand, too. Annihilating Glare on my 4/4 as well. Yikes. Alright, so I'm actually going to take 3 toxic then. And that's not going to be good enough. All right, GG's. Do we have a way to get more value from them? I don't think we want that. Frasca's Fall super bad versus the tokens. Plus, again, we have the double arrest anyways. I guess we could run like this random gladiator. Really, I think we just need to have one of those 2-drops into Flensing Raptor draws, though. Like, that's our best route to victory, I think. So, go to game 2. Be on the play. Cannot get a good opening hand. Man, one more land would be great, though. Doesn't, like, even if I had 2 swamps with this hand, turn 2 Dune Mover into grab a plains with it, Flensing Raptor. Close. Oh. All right, I'll keep it. We'll pitch the 1-drop. Swamp? Okay. Well, we can disrupt the first play they make. Oh, they have a hive too? Holy crap. All right. This is going to be one of those games where I have to try to kill them before they get corrupted on me. Man, what is going on? We were playing against the same decks over and over. Looks like they missed a land drop, though. It's kind of nice. Okay, this is going to be like that other game that we played where we got very lucky. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and let them hit me for 1 and not Whispers of the Dross this turn. Save the Planar Disruption for like a Flensing Raptor or whatever they might cast here. Yep, Corrupted Vorak. They're going to want to grab a land there and not Toxic me, though. So this game will be over very quickly. Lucky for us. All right. Let's bring in the Vanish to Eternity. These games, man. This has been my experience with the format, period. Again, I don't know if that's good or not. Man, I should probably bring in this other Whispers of the Dross, too. It's just so good in the mirror. Got the 1/1 for 1, I guess, on the draw. We have... All right. That's not a bad hand. We have both colors. We have the Double Striker on 2, and then we have 3 different removal spells. If they have Skrelv turn 2, I won't be able to vanish it until they get 1 token. Ah, but they had a tap land. That might be the window that we needed, really. Just that 1 tap land, and now they're going to be playing from behind. Yeah. Just like that. So let's go ahead and vanish that thing. They're at 2 poison already. If we draw another land, we get to go Duelist plus removal. Still going to go Dune Mover here into grab Swamp. Wonder if they have Charge the Mites. Yeah, they do. All right, not bad. So that's going to start getting the Toxic on me, but it shouldn't really matter. Wow, they sacked the Maze? Whoa, that is desperation. Okay, this puts them to 7 poison. And now we're just going to play a 2/2. This is going to be over next turn if they don't do something here. Yeah, they were looking for that black. But they need removal, because if they just play random creatures, we have infinite removal. I'm not going to block here. Actually, I guess I could. But, nah. They're automatically going to get me to poison 3 anyways, so going to 4 is not too much different. And this way we have a potential lethal even if they just, you know, do something. Alright, there's Whispers of the Dross. That gets rid of 1. This puts them up to 9. And now we go 3/3 flyer with 2 mites. Both mites are lethal. I will block with Shepherd on one of their mites. Wow. And that's the format, ladies and gentlemen. That is the format. We are now 2-0. Let's see if we can go toxic out some other people. Don't get me wrong. There are plenty of other good archetypes in this format, but when you get a good toxic deck, it just feels so weird. The games are so strange. All right. Here we are for round number 3 of this All Will Be One draft. We have again successfully won the die roll. And we have a 3 swamp hand, but we do have a turn 1 Bilious Skull Dweller, so I'm going to go ahead and keep this. We can cycle the Skull Bomb on 2 and look for a white source. This is, once again, an awkward hand, but we immediately get some poison on the opponent unless they have one of the few ways to interact on turn 1. Great, we did draw the plains as well. All right, and now this hand is very good. So versus red, I probably keep the Skull Bomb would be my guess, and not just cycle it off immediately. Turn 1 Toxic, turn 3 Raptor, attack for more Toxic. Engraver, one of the decent oil cards. 1/3s are surprisingly good in this format, for 2 mana that is, because of all of the 2-power like toxic creatures that come down on turn 2, so don't sleep on this type of card. It does more work than you would imagine. As they have the Koldatha Cackler. Alright, we are indeed going to see the oil plan in work, but we just get to keep attacking. We're very happy with this. We'll go ahead and cash in our Skull Bomb then. As they discarded a Tablet of Completion. So they're at 3. Let's get it back. Let's recast it. Would love to hit another white source with this hand, obviously. As they have another Engraver and an Ichor Synthesizer. I'm actually okay to trade here, since both of those trade away with it anyways, and that one has Trample. Alright. We'll lead on the Toxic creature, since we drew the Whispers of the Dross. Churning Reservoir. At the beginning of your upkeep, put an oil counter on another target non-token artifact or creature, and then they can pay 2 and make a 1/1 goblin if an oil counter left. That's pretty good. Oh, Skitterfang is also a really nice one. It doesn't look like much, but it's really annoying to fight against. Okay, decent draw for us. Let's go to combat. Need to find one more plane so I can play the Flesh Cutter and equip the same turn. Alright, we get to proliferate. They're at 6 toxic now. 6 poison, rather. Play another small toxic flyer. Looks like they have a really good oil deck. But we had a very nice toxic draw on the play, so it's looking decent for us, especially since they haven't had a removal spell yet. They gave the Skitterfang lifelink, sure. Lifelink, not so good when my plan is to poison you out. Oh, they did have a flyer. And they can make a 1/1. So we're just going to arrest the flyer. Planar Disruption. Smack out. They take 3 in the air, go to 10, but more importantly, they go to 8 poison now. Molten Rebuke to kill my Flensing Raptor. Sure, that is okay. So we're going to get 9 on them, guaranteed, which means if we draw any of our other like proliferate effects, that will be game over. I guess it's actually better to equip the Flesh Cutter this turn, because that means they have to not only chump the Duelist, but we also get another toxic creature, which is lethal on its own now. So any of these 3 creatures is lethal. I mean, they already needed to find a flyer anyways, or a removal spell for the flyer here. Okay, Immobilizer's really good. It's kind of like a cracked out, what do you call it? Icy Manipulator of sorts, especially because you can keep putting proliferation counters on it or whatnot. But we'll see. So they have to tap this, which means I get to attack with the Duelist, which means they have to chump the Duelist, and I get another lethal Might. And then we can play out the Paladin, which gets back the Bilious as another lethal one. Oh no, we can get the Flensing Raptor too. I guess it makes more sense to grab the Bilious since we can cast it immediately though, and since they're at poison 9, all of them are lethal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 lethal creatures when they're at 9 life. Ay, 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 ay. What a format. Do we want to bring in Vanish again? It's possible that the Vanish should just be starting in the main deck. I might cut the Bilious on the draw. All right, game 2 here of the 3rd round. We got our colors, but it's not a hand that's keepable. That hand is much, much better. Wow. Hell, I think I'm pitching a land here since we just have 4 2-drops. And we're on the draw. Seems very reasonable. Okay, this is the curve we wanted. I just need to find a land in the next 2 draw steps. Get to go 2-drop Toxic into Flensing Raptor. I'm going to lead on the double striker. We might get the punish. Remember, I did bottom a land here. Okay. Slightly punished indeed. All right, Dune Mover into grab a land, I guess. No big deal. Yeah, we'd really like to just go land into land. Excuse me. Choking on my water. I'm okay. I'm just getting toxiced out. Ah, one of the better poison creature or oil creatures. They killed my double striker. That's fine. Let's go ahead and go with the Flenser now. And get the toxic train rolling. This is probably just going to be a straight up race, but we're on the back foot since I did miss that land drop and we're on the draw. Like, I probably have to block the Anointer if they attack. Alright, so they cycled the Skull Bomb, put some more counters on their Engraver so they can do some more rummaging with it. Also gives them more Cackler value. Another Cackler, yikes. Okay. Well, let's attack and see if they block. If they block, we'll use the Devotion, draw a card. Are they going to double block? I'd be surprised with a single block, but I guess maybe they're thinking I have the Whispers of the Dross to give -1/-1. No, in which case they should still double block. Yeah. I like that play here from them. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill their Engraver. Get rid of their oil creature. Oh, they didn't even rummage. And then let's go ahead and disrupt one of them. Hive Master can trade with the other. That's fine. Okay. So I do take 3 here. Actually, I could take 4 if they move the equipment over to the Cackler. But yeah, you can just tell how fast this format is. Everybody's running a bunch of pretty aggressive cards. I guess I have to double spell here, don't I? I meant to play that one, but no big deal. Jace, the Perfected Mind. So, until your next turn, up to 1 target creature gets -3/-0. Target player mills 3 cards. Then if a graveyard has 20 more cards in it, you draw 3 cards. Otherwise, you draw a card. Target player mills 3 times X cards. So they shrunk my Duelist. And they can mill me out very quickly. So I'm going to take 3 here. I guess I have to trade with this. Huh. Well, there are a lot of Planeswalkers in this format. Half of them are mythic. The other half are rare. The majority of them are pretty darn good. I guess Tyvar is like the worst of them, but Jace is quite solid. Pretty hard to beat the value on that. I mean, what did they do? Did they mill? Oh, they milled me. And then they drew a card. Okay. Another Engraver. And the Tablet of Completion. Is this permanence you own? Yeah, it is. X is the number of permanents you control, so that's going to get +3 if it attacks. Oh, and now their Ichor Synthesizer is unblockable because it has the 4 oil counters on it. Yeah. We are pretty dead here. I mean, this is 6 damage because of the trample, too. And we're dead. Okay. We go to the next. What did we learn there? They have a bunch of 3 toughness creatures, which is kind of hard for us to deal with. Because I have a lot of like random 2 powers. I guess I have the double whispers to push the 2 powers through. I guess I'm gonna maybe go something like, I don't know, the offer immortality is good. Let's go like that. All right, game 3 of the finals. Make it or break it. We're on the play. Our opening hand. It needs 1 land, but we have a nice draw here. This is a lot of fast toxic damage if we draw a 3rd land. Turn 2 Duelist, turn 3 Raptor, turn 4 Raptor would be insane. If we can get it. Good. And they played an Exuberant Fuseling. Not a huge fan of this one, but it can get big. Tablet of Completion, sure. All right, let's go. 3 damage, 1 poison. Next turn it's 5 damage, 2 poison. Just play a 2/3. Nice. Yeah, we haven't seen much removal from them, so a curve like this seems like it's just going to be absolutely disgusting. I mean, the 2 flyers are going to beat them down by themselves at this rate. Nice, good draw. We can arrest their Cackler and keep all of the attacks going on with double trick open. I'm not even going to play out the Ambassador. I want to hold up double trick because we have lethal in the air next turn with Devotion. And I can cast Offer in response to a burn spell. This is what I was talking about with these Flensing Raptors. They're just so good. Yeah, they just sacked their Skull Bomb in desperation. And that's the game. GG's. You can't give flying at sorcery or instant speed. This is sorcery speed only. And now even if they have an Hexgold Slash or whatever it's called, they're still dead. Nice format, ladies and gentlemen. All right. First draft here, and we trophied. Easy peasy. Let's take a look at the deck one more time. Nice little white-black toxic deck. Like I said, the 2 drops are extremely important, and we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 2 drops. 6 of them with toxic. We even had a 1-drop toxic as well. And then the triple Raptors. I mean, you saw them in action there. They just immediately start the damage push. The funny thing is, my deck, which is odd for black-white, didn't really have the corrupt cards, right? There's like that Sinew Dancer, the 1-mana 1/1 that taps stuff. I didn't have any of those. I didn't have any of the other cards that really cared about corrupt. We just had a lot of fast aggression. So anyways, thanks for watching here on the Card Kingdom YouTube channel. Don't forget to go to cardkingdom.com/Numot. That's my affiliate link with them, cardkingdom.com/Numot, for all of your Magic card related needs. I appreciate that. And we'll see you back next week for some more Phyrexia. All will be one. Bye-bye.